Yeah.
Yeah. Right, enough of that.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Who's there? Say hello to us in the chat. Yes, you may have noticed it isn't Ian, but
No,
Mick's done his best to look orange
I've tried
tonight.
to be as orange as I possibly could, and
Yeah.
I think I've succeeded.
I think it's just that next to me, I'm like a ghost. I think anybody looks like a healthy.
Well, I didn't want to say anything because I know you're a little bit paranoid about that.
I am a bit. I look a bit like the undead. But, you know, next to me, anybody looks healthy, don't they? So.
Hi, Nick. From sunny Scotland. Whatever.
It's been sunny in Norfolk, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hi, Steve.
Just to explain to you all, as you know, we had no idea when we started this class that Ian's sight was suddenly going to go in one eye, and he had to have an emergency operation. And there's been some complications, which landed him back in hospital today, sadly. And so I'm running a masterclass and a 5-day challenge. And once again, Mick and John have been amazing at doing all the critiquing for you and giving you all their feedback. Can't thank them enough. So I thought it would be really highly appropriate to ask Mick to stand in for Ian tonight so we can talk about some of the stuff that you have been doing, because now that you've done the ending, it's time to post tomorrow. So let's just have a quick recap on the ending of the post. What I've been saying is closed-ended, please. So don't ask people difficult things and things that they might not want to answer in public. Try and lead them to any question which could be answered with a blunt yes or no, but they won't do that because we're human and we always want to say, and I'll tell you why. Just get them to get the fingers on those keyboards. So I'm going to just talk about the posting again, and then we'll sort of hand over to Mick and find out what he thinks, how he thinks everybody's done. If John's around, John might even pop up here for a few minutes as well.
I think he's busy. He's busy critiquing at the minute.
Is he still doing that?
I think he is. I'll just check.
They work long hours, these guys. Honestly, they do.
See, I can check because I've got a really professional setup with 2 screens, so I can do all kinds of. Should have had me on from the start.
For one evening, and I end up with a right flipping poser. Stop bragging. Right. Okay. So, team posting. So, like we said to you, they're getting comments on your post within the first hour after you've hit publish that will tell LinkedIn this is an exciting post that people want to talk about, and then and only then do they put it into the news feed for everyone else to see. All those first degree connections you've got, many of whom are your target market. Well, if you've been using the filters to search for your target market and connecting with them, they will be. More about that on the masterclass. However, so the thing is that when you do a little bit of a team posting where people like that blue touch paper underneath your post to get those first 10 to 15 comments that you need for LinkedIn to put your post into the feed. But that's really only 20% of it, because if your content isn't good, the people on your team might comment because they have to, because they're on your team, but then nobody else will. And once it's been put into the news feed, your post will die. That's why we've taught you to write a really engaging post. Mick, are you writing down comments for me? because I don't see no pencil. Anyway.
It's all in hand.
Okay.
There's only hellos so far.
All right. Okay. Let you off.
There's one comment I want to pick up on, but I've wrote that down. Just carry on with your job and let me do mine.
All right. Okay. So 80% of the effort is the content, which is what we've taken you through. So yeah, it's just like we're going to help to give your car that bump start on that cold winter morning, and we've been asking you to tell us in a thread in the LinkedIn group whether you want to be in group A or group B. You will know when you've been put into a group because you'll see it on your WhatsApp. You have been added to a group, and it will be called group A or group B, and you'll see the rules, and we'll sort all that out later. Okay, so your commitments to this are: please support the other members of your team. There's only going to be 10 to 15 people in your team, and please give them what you'd like to get in return. Please don't write on the post, great post, thanks for sharing. It's the most naff thing you can do to people. It just makes it look, I think LinkedIn know as well, the algorithm must pick up on these words and think, you know, they're just in a pod. It's not a quality comment. So please put a really decent comment there, at least 5 words, please, at least 5. Okay. So if you choose A, you'll be posting together in the morning and supporting each other's posts in the morning. And if you choose B, that will be in the afternoon. The morning post will be if you post between 7:30 and 8:15, that's UK time. First, you post it on LinkedIn, not in the LinkedIn group. Okay, tomorrow it's about, that's it. Let's get it out there. Go to your home page, create a post, put it into your home page, start a new post on LinkedIn. This is where we're releasing our fledgling posts out into the world. Then hit the 3 dots in the top right hand corner of your post, and you will get copy link to post. Copy the link to your post, go to your WhatsApp group, and pop it into your WhatsApp group. That's it, dead simple. And then everybody else just needs to tap on that link in the WhatsApp, and it will launch your post, and they'll be able to comment on it. Fast, easy, simple. Okay. Same goes for the people in the afternoon. If you post between 4 and 4:45 in the afternoon, UK time, again on LinkedIn, and then put your link in your little WhatsApp group. Please support each other within that time as well, within an hour of the post being dropped into that link, that WhatsApp group. Do it immediately, because that golden hour is important. It's what happens in that hour after it's been published that tells LinkedIn whether it goes into the news stream or not. So we need your support in that time frame. Okay. You can do this via your mobile phone, or you can do it from your desktop if you have WhatsApp Web. Okay, so WhatsApp Web is so simple. If you go to web.whatsapp.com and then go to WhatsApp on your mobile phone and go to the settings and look for the scan the QR code thing, and you just hold your phone up to your screen and WhatsApp will appear on your laptop or your desktop. It's so simple, but it's so easy to do from your phone as well. So what I'm going to do now, now I'm just going to say to you, this is the thing, this is where a lot of people say to us that what we do is we give them confidence to post. So if you feel a little bit afraid of putting your baby out there into the world now, don't just feel the fear. That's okay. Can't take the fear away, but just do it anyway. And the more you do this, the more the fear will lessen. So it's going to be a great. And then tomorrow night, we'll come back here and and tomorrow night's really important. And we will look at how many views we all got and have a bit of a celebration. That'll be fun. Okay, so tell us A or B no later than 6 p.m. today. I'm going to create the groups as soon as this broadcast is finished. So let's hand over to Mick and and let him have a chat about what he's been seeing in your post.
Okay, so just to answer a question at 502, Dave Hodson, are you doing all that business? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
502, Dave Hodson.
I see now the problem Ian has catching up.
Yeah, come on, hurry up, Pam.
Got it.
Yes, yeah. Just to explain, I am in the loft. It's my office, and I just want to explain something. If you see me going like that, all of a sudden there's a wasp's nest just there that I've discovered the last 2 days, because I had bedhead the other day and a wasp flew out, got stuck in it and stung me head, and I've seen a couple come out today. So if I start running, that's why.
And if you think that's why that's affected his brain, it's not. It's always been like that.
Right. Okay. So getting onto the posts today and the last 3 days, there's been a marked improvement over the 3 days, I would say, from Monday to now. And I would say most people have kind of took on the advice that we've all given and put it into practice. And today, mine and John's job was kind of fairly easy, really, because most people had great closing questions. A few posts that were too long, but that's a common problem. I still write posts that are too long sometimes. When you go to post it, it won't let you post. It'll come up with a red number to tell you what the characters over you are. It does get easier editing. I know the first post I ever wrote for LinkedIn was 500 words. So it was like probably 1,500 characters too long. So I sent it to Pam to edit for me. Do you remember that, Pam?
I was going to say, and I thought, no. And I remember editing your first ever post and thinking, Mick, you've sent me a book, and it took me so long. And after that, you were great, and you emerged as one of our absolute star writers. Absolutely brilliant.
Quickly, you get used to writing in that format for LinkedIn, especially if you follow everything Pam and Ian tells you. I mean, I did the masterclass, and from there I've kind of flown, really. So yeah, but the post today, I picked a couple out that I thought really good, and most of them have been really good. But I don't know whether Yolanda Rolfe is here, but her post made me smile, because it was all about orange drizzle cake, and I do like a bit of cake.
Am I allowed to tell them?
Yeah, but also orange. We like orange here as well, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that made me smile. But it was a great post as well. It was really well written and some really great closed questions at the end. So it was perfect. Yeah, and it was all about cake, which was lovely.
Mick doesn't live too far from me, and whenever my daughter bakes, she absolutely loves baking, and she's absolutely brilliant at it. And she puts something on Facebook or somewhere or Instagram, and Mick knocks on the door. Oh, hello, Mick. What a surprise to see you.
The power of social media. There you go. straight away. The power of social media. You write
That's
something,
graceful.
they will come.
Yeah. Actually, Ellie is looking to start a blog all about nutrition and food. Not a blog, a podcast. So Nick might be interested in speaking to her.
Yeah. Right. Are you writing all these questions down?
No, I'm just looking at them. Carry on. Have you finished?
Oh, okay. No,
Have you?
no.
Have you shut up?
So then
No.
another one that kind of resonated with me was Tim Monday's one, and it was quite topical post about TikTok, but it also had quite a bit of humour in it, and I think especially in these days, humour does resonate with people on LinkedIn, because there is a hell of a lot of posts that are quite miserable, and when there's a good humorous post pops along, I think they do well these days.
Mm-hmm.
So well done there, Tim. Again, he had some great ending questions. Hillary's post, again, totally different post to the last two. It was a very emotive post, and it was all about her going for a walk and walking past a group of people by a river. And when she came back, the people had gone, but the rubbish was there. So the question at the end is, what would you have said something? And that is a really emotive post, and I think that will really do well, because people will like to comment on stuff like that and vent their spleen as well. So I think I would guess Hillary's post will do really well tomorrow. Yeah, and then Phil Linus, quite like this post. Well, I did like his post today. It was really good, really interesting. Great start, great finish. Monday, it was a little bit topsy-turvy, his post, and he's listened to all the advice. You can tell he's flown with it, and he's listened to your lessons, and he's listened to the advice me and John have given him, and he's ended up with a really, really good post. I think it's magic. Check it out, and you'll see why I've said it's magic.
Really, I think I know, because I think it was, because I kind of was checking in now and again, and I think it's one of the ones that I saw the beginning of. Yeah.
Good. I just suggested to him to change the beginning, and I think with a lot of posts, once you've written them, the beginning is in the middle somewhere, and you go, actually, that's a far better line to begin with, because it grabs attention straight away. So, which he did, and he's gone with it. So I think he'll do well as well. As I say, today, a lot of the questions were brilliant, and we didn't have to really do much, apart from tell people to use spaces a little bit more. Quite a bit of it was a bit chunky, and I know sometimes if you do it in Word and then post it in, sometimes LinkedIn will compress it again. So you just got to check before you press post that the lines are there. That's better, Pam.
Is it?
Yeah, you're in the dark now.
I knew you'd say that. I'm trying to get the lighting right and I just can't do that.
I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, so a lot of really good closed questions, and it's not an easy thing to do. You think it is, but it isn't, is it? To ask that closed question. No. You think, well, people are just going to say yes or no, but they don't. They are going to say yes or no, and then tell you why they've said yes or no.
Yeah. Can't help it, can they?
No. Well, I can't. I know that.
No, you don't. I know. Right. Okay. So, have you come to the end of that? Should we do some questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got one from Nick at Station House Cookery School, who says, if someone doesn't accept your connection request, should you leave it or withdraw it? Well. Remember that some people don't access LinkedIn very often. They might only come on sort of even once a week, once a fortnight, once a month. So I generally leave them a month or two. But there is a way then that you can go in and remove old connection requests. And a good reason for doing it is because we think that maybe if you do have a big bank of connection requests that haven't been accepted, that LinkedIn might take a view of that and take a view on you. So it's worth clearing them out. But the lesson, I can't really show you here, but the lesson, the how to access the backlog of connection requests and clear them out, that is dealt with on the masterclass, as is everything else, really.
Yeah, cool.
I found out today that the comments we make on the course only get seen by people on the course. In case, yeah, we have had that question from someone who says, oh my gosh, when I post something in the LinkedIn group, I can see it in my feed. Can everyone see it? No, they can't. Only you and the other people on the course with you can see that in their home feed. When you don't realize that, you can panic a bit and go, oh my gosh, no, it's not. It's only shown to people, you and the people who are in the group with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one.
I normally only comment on industry relevant topics. How will commenting on something, e.g. widgets for mechanical engineering, affect my credibility for my true connections as it shows on my activity? Okay, right. You have to remember that they're not looking at your activity all the time. And this is another good reason for making intelligent comments on people's posts and not just good stuff. And also just shows that you have a wider interest.
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great question, but it's worth commenting, as Pam says, on anything. I've commented on people's stuff in the past, and I've got jobs out of it because people have read my comment and gone, "All right, Uzi." They've looked me up and gone, "Ah, right." So it is worth it. It's yeah, as long as you're not saying anything derogatory or yeah.
Because when we teach you to do a conversational post, we're not asked, don't talk about, it's just conversational. You can talk about anything you want. And if people find you and your conversational style engaging, they'll go to your profile. And very often people will look at what you're saying on other people's posts. And if it's engaging and interesting, and the other thing is your paw print. Your paw print consists of your photograph, your name, and what you write underneath your name. And that is the one thing, that's the stamp that goes with you all over LinkedIn. So whenever you comment on somebody else's activity, somebody else's post, and people will see that there as a stamp, and if you've said something about yourself underneath your name that intrigues people, then they're more likely to come to your profile and buy from you. It does, honestly, it happens. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's not about being salesy, it's about people buying you, the person. And again, I haven't got time to go into that here. That's another thing that we deal with on the masterclass, helping you individually to get your paw print right and to formulate those very important first 65 characters underneath your name in order to sell to people. Because you can't just put managing director at ABC Industries. But again, that's something else for the masterclass. There's just so much. Let me see. How do we let you know what group we would like to join? If you go into the LinkedIn group, you will see a video from Ian talking about it, and it says, and the instructions are above the video, and it says post below whether you want to go in group A or group B. What else have we got, Mick?
The next one down, 513, Reach Accounting Solutions. Just
okay. Because again, yeah, this week is all about a conversational post. if we went into everything else, like hashtags and all the other things that there is that we go into, we'd be giving away half the masterclass.
Can I
And
just say a
again,
quick thing about hashtags?
yeah,
Without going into what you say on masterclass and all that, they're not as important on LinkedIn as say Instagram. They're just not. I use loads of hashtags on Instagram all the time, at least 20. They really don't have much effect on LinkedIn.
no, I mean, don't use more than 3, and do not put them through the body of your post. It makes you look salesy and it makes you look desperate. Put them right at the end. There's a way of finding out the biggest hashtags that people are following. It can do you a bit of good, but actually it's not the main thing with LinkedIn. The main thing is relationship building. So I see people changing the font on posts so the text looks bolded or italic. What's your view on this? Do we do? Yes, we go into that on the masterclass as well. We tell people exactly how to do it. Bit of a caveat with it. If you overdo it, it looks dreadful. And it puts people off, so you have to use it sparingly. And also, what you're inserting into your post is it's an image. It's not the font. It's actually sort of an image of font, and that actually we think might have an effect on downgrading your post as well. So you have to use them with care. But yeah, we can show you how to do them. I'm taking my glasses off and putting them on, because every time I put them on, the light's bouncing off them and it looks...
Yeah,
that's right, Louise. Yeah.
Just go down to the next one. 5:15.
It's so 5:15.
Yeah.
This thing jumps around sometimes.
Kate's comment. 5:15.
There we go.
Yeah.
On your comment, Mine was to leave spaces to break up the text. I did actually do that, and LinkedIn must have compressed it together again.
Again, I said that I covered that just a few minutes ago. Actually, yeah, it can happen.
If you type it in Word,
yeah,
and then you post it into LinkedIn, it can take them out. As long as
you can change, you can edit it in your post. When you go to post tomorrow, start post, you will see what it'll look like, and if it's all blocky, you can do it there. So don't worry about it, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a thing called Unicode Text Converter. That's all I'll say for now. Okay, it's available on the internet. Be careful with it.
Donna Dibbett at 5:19.
Oh, here's Donna. Donna's been on our masterclass. I love these sessions and wanted to share that the masterclass is an amazing experience that will bring you new business. We've had so many testimonials from people who've got business from it. And the one thing, we do invite past masterclass people to come to these lives. You've always got access to them if you want to, and you will always you get access to the masterclass lessons way after it's finished. You've got another 30 days to access all the lessons as well. So thank you for that, Donna.
Can I just add to that, Pam, that I am an ex pupil, aren't I? And I have got a bit of business out of LinkedIn by just posting and like about anything, and I've got business out of it. I photographed a service departments the other day, and that job came directly from a post I put up on LinkedIn about nothing to do with photography. So,
Mick attracted the attention of a rapper from where was it?
New York, the Bronx.
New York.
Yeah. And it was all about how much of a coffee snob I am, basically.
Yeah.
But I wrote it in a way, again, get back to that intrigue at the beginning, I wrote it, and I opened it with, it was at the start of lockdown, and I basically just said I'd lost my Colombian dealer, and I didn't know who to turn to. So it looked as if I was, people were reading, is Mick on drugs? But read through it, and it was all about coffee and how much of a coffee snob I am.
And the guy actually contacted Mick and said next time he's at the Brit Awards or on tour here in the UK, could Mick be his official photographer? There you go. This is the sky's the limit, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Amantha's asking a really good question.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any closed questions, suggestions? That's a tongue twister. Closed questions, suggestions that you could give us, like we did for the post openers. Oh, I wish we could. I think the problem is, I'll have a think about this, but I think that the closed questions, they've got to relate to what you've written. And given that
they have to start with do you or have you, don't they really? They are closed questions.
Yeah, it's yeah, but you can't. We did give a list of great post openers, and I don't think it's as simple with closed questions because they really do have to somehow relate to the post that you've written, and there's just millions of them.
Well, basically, if you just remember that if you post a question that anybody can answer yes or no to, then yeah, that's great.
Would you put photos of your number one, photographs attached to a post? Generally, up to now, don't do as well in the feed as text-only posts. Secondly, it's a funny word. There's 650 million people on LinkedIn, and I'm telling you, there are creeps on there. They hit on women through the messages and everything, so you don't know who they are. Now, we all put photographs of our family on Facebook and everything else, but this is, you can choose. I think this is a bit more open. And I think what I worry about sometimes is people who put a photograph of their child in a school uniform with the name of the school on their blazer,
them in September.
You know, and then then on their LinkedIn profile it says exactly what town they live in. It's got your location, it's got your contact details, it's got a phone number. You've given out your child's name, you've given out your child's photograph, and they know exactly what school they go to. Just think, you know, with caution. That's all I would say. Hi, Richard. There you go.
You all right, Richard?
I'm sure Richard won't mind me telling you that he said quite recently that a guy was looking for a business coach, and he scrolled through quite a few of them on LinkedIn, and he said to Richard that he said your profile was the best one, and the posts that you're doing are the best. So you appeal to us more than anyone else. And they asked him to give a quote for work. Win-win. That's excellent. Star pupil.
522, Tim Price.
Tim said earlier on today that he started really early on his chocolate fudge cake and he'd have to go out and get some more, to which my response was, at least it wasn't alcohol that you finished. And that's go and get some more. Okay.
528, Louise Debnam.
Although we're doing conversational pieces, should there be an underlying message to link to your business or target market so it's still LinkedIn and not Facebook? Nope. Nope.
I more or less covered that with my coffee post, didn't I? Just a minute ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, I've said, you know, I wrote a post about, you know, I heard me saying before, I look like Casper the Ghost. I'm so pale. I look ill. And my skin just doesn't colour, it doesn't tan. It's part of my heritage. And I wrote a post about this, and I said, whenever I come back to work, now this is the only way you have to relate it to business, that someone will always look at me and go, where's your tan? As if like they're saying, God, you're ugly. Couldn't you tan? Your holiday must have been worthless. And I said, what do you say to people when they ask that? Do you think it's a right question to ask people? And, you know, I got 3 inquiries for business from that, because people they liked it. They liked the way I talked. They buy into you as a person. So we're not saying just do conversational posts, right? But we're saying do a variety. People by people they know, like, and come to trust. So if you're just talking corporate stuff all the time, you just turn people off. You've got to do some conversational posts. So yeah, you know, you can relate it to business in general, but it really does not have to be about your particular business at all. You know, people get inquiries for all sorts of things.
At the end of the day, it's social media, and it's driven by the people who post. And if it's not an interesting post to people, it won't get much legs anyway. So
yeah, which is answering this. Okay, when we post tomorrow, how do we ensure it only goes to the connections in our group, or will this go to? You want it to go to all your first connections, so you in the WhatsApp. The only people who can see the link to your post in WhatsApp will be the people in your group. When they click on that link and then they add the comment, the more comments you get, the more LinkedIn will put it into the news feed. Then the more first degree connections that you have that see your post, the better. You absolutely do not want to ensure that only the people in your group see that post.
I mean, the whole point of this is you want the whole world to see that post tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want the whole world. Whenever I write a post now, I want thousands and thousands to see it, because it's like casting a net. There might be a couple of people who see that post who go, actually, I need him. And that's the whole point.
Most of the LinkedIn experts I've seen recently are Scousers. I know of Chris Williams. He's not a Scouser. Don't know where he's from. Oh, he's from Warrington Way. And then there's Helen Pritchard. I think she's from over in Warrington Way. She's not a Scouser. Mark Williams from down Frodsham.
The easy answer is just yes. What of it?
Scousers rule the world. Sorry, I was late to the party. We posted an example. We've been yes, we are. Yeah. We've honed it. Now, there's a little bit of LinkedIn might recognize this as content that you've used before because you've used it in the group. Might be worth you just tweaking 1 or 2 words for tomorrow. But this is a practice run, and the more you get posting by yourself using what we've taught you, the better. I don't know what that's about. Donna, can you talk to Charles, please? Charles, go find Donna on LinkedIn and talk to them.
Next one, 5:36, Keith McGregor.
Yeah. If the first hour engagement's so important, are there best and worst times of the day to post? No. People always ask this question, and it isn't about the time of day, it's about the content. Now, if you post sort of very early on in the morning, you might get commuters, people who are switching on, yawning, having the first coffee, might just have a look at what's going on LinkedIn while they wake up. Similarly, lunchtime, people might browse at lunchtime. And then at the end of the day, when they're just winding down, they might go out. But you know what? Wine o'clock's another time. Weekends, you tend to find a lot more CEOs and directors tend to kick back with a coffee and get onto LinkedIn. Clearly, obviously, if you've got a UK market, target market, for example, and you post at near midnight, you're really only going to get the Australian market seeing it first. So within sensible times, it really is about that content and how well you're writing. So don't worry about the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about trial and error as well. Just to find a time that's really good for you and you get the most results. I've posted all times of the day, weekends as well. And I posted a post a couple of weeks ago on a Saturday thinking, I don't mind if no one sees this. And 10,000 people saw it. So you just don't know.
2 people have added their names to my business account saying they're working for me. How can I get them removed? This is a difficult one. You either contact those people and ask them to remove your business name from their profile, or you have to get in contact with LinkedIn's help department, and that is a right convoluted palaver, because everything you do to try and talk to a real person at LinkedIn, they direct you back to their forum and tell you to look at their frequently asked questions, which is very difficult. But there is a way to get through to the help. Again, I'm sorry to have to keep saying this, but we demonstrate how to do that on the masterclass. We do, and that there's just so much in it that we really have to keep to this conversational style of post, because the conversational style of post underpins all the principles of all the other 10 different styles of posting that we talk about on the masterclass and teach you to do, and all the filters that you need to find your target market, and all the messages you can send to your target market in order to bring them to the point of sale, and all sorts of stuff.
It's about building the profile and what that looks like as well, isn't it? Which is really important.
Yeah, very, very, very important. We help you to get your profile looking good, show you how to set up company pages, all sorts of stuff. Don't let the net brain. Yeah. Yeah, my ancestry is, well, there's two strains of Irish people, and Mick comes from the darker skin side and I come from the ghost skin side.
Yeah.
So lovely. Human brains are hardwired to notice similarity. It's what keeps us safe. We like people who are like us, so we lower our guard. That's why it's important to be yourself on LinkedIn and not just talk business all the time.
Yep, totally.
And have that coffee voice, that Starbucks voice. If you sit down opposite someone for a coffee, you don't go all white paper, you know, and corporate. Talk like a human being. That's thank you for that, Mantha.
A bit of advice here coming in at 5:43. Oh, John's on, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, John. Writing post from the heart, not the head. Absolutely. John, could you just let me know in the comments if you want to pop up here and tell people what you've been observing as you've been doing the feedback today? Just let me know. Whoa, we've actually come to the end of the comments for now.
We have.
So, while we're waiting for John, because I'd quite like John to come up.
Yeah.
Or if anyone like Donna wants to come up and talk about the masterclass, can do. Just let us know. We'll send you the key to our green room. And then on after tomorrow, so tomorrow night we'll talk about all the post views we got and everything. That'll be fantastic. And then that's what we call graduation night. So a bit of fun. And then you can come bring a drink. We had a fun time last time because everyone tried to get myself and Ian drunk. So every time they reported a high number of views on their posts, we had to take a drink.
John said, let's do it, by the way.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you send him the key?
How do I do that?
Oh, you can't get the staff, can you?
You throw me a curveball here, Pam.
I'll do it myself.
Do you remember the hat you made me for graduation?
Yeah. Where's yours?
It's here. Look.
Right. So on the graduation night for our masterclass, we have an online party. And because Mick was the joker at the back of the class, we made him the dance class for fun. But we did give you a proper graduation cap, didn't we? Be fair. We did allow him to graduate. Because he was.
It says everything about me. I've kept this one and I've lost the real one.
And he's lost it. You better find it. I won't make you anything else. Okay, John, I have actually sent you the key to the green room. And he's got it.
Hold on, right.
Amantha, is the masterclass daily? Right, Amantha, I'll tell you what we'll do for you. We'll probably, after tomorrow, there is another lesson about what you do after you've posted. It's an important lesson. Don't go away. We want you to get the most out of this. But then we'll also give you a list, if you like, of what's on the masterclass. Because it's like playing the generation game. I can't remember everything.
I'll answer this as well, because I've actually done the masterclass. You've never done it, Pam. Have you? Obvs.
All right, I suppose not.
I've done it. It is not as intense as this week is, because I know what it's like this week. On the 5-day challenge, it's proper intense. It's not as intense. It does take a commitment, and why wouldn't it? If you want to get the best out of anything, you need to be committed to it as well. But it is not as intense. And there's only one live chat as well, which is on the Friday. And I think that's later, is it?
It's a live lunch on a Friday. Yeah.
So for people in America, they'd have to get up in the middle of the night.
No, because they can watch it on catch up. We always put it into the group. So it's not as intense. There's only 1-2 lessons a week, and really, after the first couple of weeks when we've helped you to optimize your profile to make it sell off the page, there's just one task a week after that, really. But it's really enjoyable. I'll also put some testimonials into the LinkedIn group, so don't let me forget. And then you can read all about it yourself. Because myself and Ian, right, we don't like selling. We hate it. We hate hard selling. But let's be honest, the whole reason we give you all this is so that you can see our integrity, you can see how much we give, and it'll sell itself. And lots of people do go on. So I will answer your questions, but I'm not comfortable selling. It's not the way we are. But we'd love to have you on the masterclass, obviously.
And I'm not selling because I don't get any money anyway.
No, he doesn't.
So
he comes around to my house and gets flipping pies and cakes.
Yeah, I get cake.
So can we let John in?
Yeah, let John in. Let Dr. John in.
Here he is.
All right, Doctor. You okay?
Dr. Ryan. Surgery is postponed for now.
Surgery is shut.
Absolutely. I'm having fun.
We are,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I look really orange in between you two. A rose between two thorns here.
Oompa Loompa. John, what have you observed whilst you've been doing the feedback this week? Anything that stood out for you?
Yeah. Well, the questions is always an interesting one because I've been doing LinkedIn posts for a couple of years myself, and in fact, I'm a bit of a geek in some ways. So I've kept records of every single post and the results, and I've noticed that the closed questions do more than double the amount of views as open questions, and a lot of open questions are questions you think people would want to answer, but they don't. And my conclusion is, so what you think, that it's because when people on LinkedIn, they're rushing, it's social media, it's click, 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 isn't it? And they want something easy, something which, when they read the question, instantly the answer is in their head and they write it down. But if they've got to think for more than a few seconds, it seems that they just move on to the next one. And so although it can seem counterintuitive sometimes to write a closed question when you've got a really good open question, but the fact is they hardly ever work. Funny, isn't it?
Have you been impressed this week, John?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, the people are brilliant. The creativity, and the variety posts.
It's been our best surgery ever, hasn't it, John?
What else? Yeah, it's been heaving.
Dr. John and Dr. Mick, honestly.
When me and Mick are doing the feedback, we're just treating it like it's a surgery, and the patients are coming into the room and we're attending to them. It's all good.
Don't worry though, in their heads they're not doing anything bad to you. You just need to say that.
Not okay. Most of them anyway.
The lives are always at 5, live at 5. The only one we had to swap was Monday when Ian was in hospital. Okay.
The one here was pointed out. Tim Monday at 5:50.
And Darcy, yeah, like I said, I'll put lots of stuff into the LinkedIn group for you, and you can read more about it, and you can sign up there. It's amazing value. It really, really is. Most people only need to win one client using our methods to get back the investment, and you've got the skills for life.
Tim Monday at 5:50.
Hang on, how long does the masterclass last for? 12 weeks. Sounds like a long time. But I tell you what, the last masterclass, right? They were like, "What do you mean it's finishing already?" Oh, I've been enjoying it. I don't want it to finish. Do you remember this, guys?
Yeah.
And they were like, "Please, can we keep this group going?" And we've had to let them keep the group going, and they're still in it now. Honestly, it's so lovely because they've all sort of like bonded and everything. It's so nice to see.
Tim Monday at 5:50. Oh, right.
Hey, Darcy, what's that song about? Pour me something tall and something strong, and make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Love that song.
Who's it by,
guys?
What?
I don't know.
You can't love it that much.
It's like a country and western song.
Anybody
knows what that song is and who it's by, tell me.
Pam, I've got Shazam on my phone.
Look, it's always Bailey's o'clock somewhere. There you go.
There you go, Bailey's.
I was going to ask you to sing it, Pam, and on my phone here, I would have put Shazam on. It would have told us, but we don't know anyway.
There you go.
Shazam. Have you heard of Shazam?
No.
Get on Shazam, Pam.
It's an app on your phone, Shazam, and when any music anywhere, literally, press the Shazam button, and within a few seconds, the song and the artist comes up.
Oh, that's amazing. But you can't play it now. Because
No,
if you
don't.
play anything, YouTube throws us out.
Really?
Oh yeah,
See,
they're very
gin
strict on that.
So
Yeah.
Bailey's o'clock, wine o'clock, gin o'clock, whatever you like.
I think this is an AA meeting, isn't it?
It is 9 o'clock.
It's
Wow.
definitely an AA meeting. Hello, I'm Mick, and I'm drunk.
I'm John, and the glass is empty.
Whoa.
I've been clean for 5 minutes.
5:50, John. Tim Monday. That's it. Yeah, got there in the end.
Hiya, Tim. We do leave this up for you. Yeah, we do. So you can access it. Okay. The whole LinkedIn group. Yeah, that's us. What? 3 amigos. There was 3 something else.
That's the dance of the Three Amigos.
Is it 3 Musketeers?
The Three Amigos is better. That's the dance, isn't it, for the Three Amigos?
Oh, my favourite film is a Bollywood film called Three Idiots. No, listen, this is really fitting. It's called Three Idiots. Here goes some thanks for you guys.
Thanks, CC. Good post that, by the way. Remember that one.
And here's a very dangerous question for you two, and I'm going to flick over it.
Very gentle, but precise.
Friday lunch, okay, that is 1 p.m. GMT. Did I tell you guys that I went to see my friend in London and we went to the Royal Observatory? And he could not believe it when I went, do you mean like there's like an actual line? And it is. And there's like a proper line on the floor. And I just thought it was like latitude and longitude, right? So you couldn't really see it, and it's not.
I'll return this to you. Yeah, I'll return it. I think you deserve it.
Stood on this line. I got a photograph of me stood on it going, that's a line.
The equator as well. The equator's a line, isn't it?
Some more thanks for you guys. See, after Thursdays, all the hardest work's done now. There's still work to be done on Friday after you've posted, but this is where we can relax a bit and have a bit of fun, really.
Thanks, Samantha. Great post. Yours, by the way.
Jimmy Buffett.
I reckon that's the guy who sang It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yes, and it is. See, I've not made these things up.
Is that Jimmy Buffett or Jimmy Buffet? Yeah.
Well, who knows?
Jimmy Buffet.
There you go. John's popular.
I know.
See, you're not Mick.
Good post that, Amanda. Remember.
Well, all mine are back. Are still rewriting all their stuff.
You hard taskmaster. What is this? I thought I had a question to reply yes or no. However, you suggested to look into what I want to ask. So I think that's Ilka saying that she thought you'd got it right, but you helped her even further, I think.
Well,
hang on. What moves? Was he dancing when I was looking the other way?
I think that was me. It was the Three Amigos.
Was it?
Oh, but John's moving
if
now.
that's supposed to be body popping. Gosh, I've not heard that phrase for ages.
Doing well, it's only Wednesday.
Yes, Indrani, every night at 5.
I can't
Monday
come on Friday, by the
Friday.
way.
You can't come on Friday.
It's my daughter's birthday.
I need a note off your mum to excuse you.
You don't want anything off me mum. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, look, there you go.
Buffet.
Yeah, so it's Buffett then.
Oh. You can't make a pig's, what is it? You can't make a purse, silk purse out of a pig's ear, can you? No point trying to educate Mick David. What's this? Oh, wait. So for the Thursday group posts, we need to post them on Thursday. Yes. Yes.
Which is tomorrow, isn't it?
If you're in, tomorrow, whether you're in Group A or Group B, I will be sorting out the groups for you this evening after this live. And then tomorrow night we'll come back and look at how many views we got. And then Friday we've got one last task to do. Okay, what we got here?
Yeah, about the move.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry, John.
All right.
Okay, right, Marianne. You'll see all the posts tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's a fun day tomorrow. And we got. Is Richard Dickinson still here?
Yeah, he said he'd come on.
He did?
He did.
Let's have a look. Let's send him the key, shall we?
Is he not another Scouser?
Oh my goodness, do you know, I think he might be.
I think he is.
And you know, we actually have people on the masterclass from all over world, don't we? You have people from South Africa, Australia, Italy.
Birkenhead.
No, Mick, over the water does not mean on the other side of the River Mersey in this context.
Right.
You have people from America, India. It's fantastic, Global Village. Look at that. Yes. And here he is. Can we have more? Yeah.
All right, Dicko.
Hi, everyone. How are you all?
Cool.
Good to see you all.
Come by.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, you have to switch your YouTube off.
Turn the YouTube off, Richard.
Come by.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, you have to switch your YouTube off.
Okay. There you go. Sorry. Forgotten to do that.
Richard, you want this hat?
Is that for Dicko?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Richard, what did you want to come up and say?
Well, two things actually. You were just talking about people from all over the world. One of the things that I've noticed is it's amazing how many people in different countries start to look at your posts and like them and connect with you. Excuse me, from all over the world, as you say, from New Zealand, Samoa, right the way through India, Pakistan, America, and Birkenhead. And one of the great things about that is that if they're seeing it, then their connections are seeing it, which is fantastic. So it just expands it. But yeah, what I wanted to say was I thought that the masterclass was superb. I've learned so much. And you mentioned before about what's happened with myself. I got a phone call about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And this guy runs an insurance brokerage. He's the managing director of an insurance brokerage. And as you say, he said he'd been looking for a business coach and had looked all over LinkedIn to see what business coaches were like. And as you say, he loved my profile and also what I actually was posting, that it was natural rather than just business orientated. And so we're in discussions. He's sorting out, obviously, with the COVID, getting his business back on track. But we're looking to start working with him in the next few weeks. So just shows you, just one of them will be worth a lot more than what I paid for the masterclass for.
Yeah, it's amazing value, isn't it? And you learn so much more than you do on the free 5-day. And you know, everyone's still in touch with me. Oh, absolutely love it. They must have made all these friends. So I got a text last night from a lady in Italy who's literally said, "Oh my God, Pam, I've just closed yet another deal. I just can't believe it." And then Lisa, she's Lisa supplies VAs, doesn't she? And she she's always writing posts on LinkedIn saying, thanks to this masterclass, I've just like placed another VA somewhere. And I love it. Absolutely love it. See
Hey,
how
and do you know what
Steve
you said?
Medlow's saying that he's noticed that as well. People commenting from abroad, and it's caught him by surprise. First time it happened. Yeah,
And as you said, that people are actually connecting with you from the masterclass and supporting each other. Even though the masterclass is finished, we're still supporting each other's posts, which is still helping the posts move forward.
Yeah, and myself and Ian are still in that group that was formed. And then if anybody's got questions, we're still popping in, aren't we, and answering them for you. And it's kind of like, Anyway, we've just gone past our hour. There doesn't seem to be any more questions. And what I will say is, although we're past the hour, people are free to leave at any time. But if anybody's got a burning desire to come up here on the stage with us and say hello to everyone,
or even to sing the buffet song.
Yeah.
Some moves.
Just let me know in the chat within the next couple of minutes. There's a bit of a delay. What we say on here and comes out on YouTube about 45 seconds later or something. So we'll just wait. And if anybody does want to come up and say about anything they've learned or what they've liked so far, whatever they can do. It's a free for all now.
And I'll leave you in peace then, Pam. But yet again, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Richard.
See you, Richard.
Yeah, everyone. See you.
See you later.
Great. You can tell when people have been up here before because you don't have to go press the red button, press the red button. They know exactly where it is. And they can get in and out of the room.
Nobody wants to come on by the looks of it.
No, I think they're all a bit shy. They better not be shy posting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right then. So, okay. If there's no more questions, we'll end tonight's session. Good luck tomorrow, everyone. It's going to be a fun day. When people start to comment on your post, please try to like their comments at least and reply to them if you can, because that will also help a little bit to spread your post. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bring your favourite tipple if you like, even if it's just a coffee. Okay. And Mick.
Got to be good coffee though.
Oh, thank you so much for all this fantastic feedback, guys. Have a great evening. Mick, do you want to play us out?
Oh God, yeah. I'll play it out. This fantastic song that you sent me.
Waving, guys, come on. Can't even see John's hand.